Native Americans heard French explorers refer to the river as Bouflou.
And then somehow or another it got morphed into Buffalo.
There are no Buffalo?
There's no Buffalo.
Today on NFL Films Presents, a town, a team, and a dream. The history of the Buffalo Bills.
Its name comes from the beautiful waters that surround it, and it calls itself the City of Good Neighbors. But for what and whom is Buffalo, New York really known?
President Millard Fillmore lived there. President McKinley was shot there.
1901 Pan American Exposition. Grover Cleveland was president twice. He was sheriff.
He was mayor.
Sheriff of Marion County, governor of New York. And
We have Grover Washington Jr. from Buffalo.
great sax player.
And we also have chicken wings.
Oh, Anchor Bar, Frank and Teresa's, Main Street.
Everyone loves a bucket of wings, but a city's identity cannot be based on a piece of poultry. That distinction belongs to the only buffalo that do roam in western New York.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Jim Kelly, yeah,
This
baby.
town's strongest link to the big time. The Bills put and keep Buffalo on the map nationally.
Every city in the world wants to be recognized for excellence in something. Buffalo has become characterized by this particular sports franchise.
And the Bills are on the brink of making NFL history with the fourth straight American Football Conference Championship.
Yeah, baby.
Buffalo smells like a football town. It feels like a football town. The colors, the gray saturation of the climate there, the winds of the lakes, the whole thing reminds you of a football game of the 60s. To walk down the streets of Buffalo with hundreds of people walking to this very industrial, cool stadium that was right there in Buffalo.
In 1960, a fledgling team and an anonymous town first made their acquaintance.
I don't know if you've ever been in War Memorial Stadium, named the Rock Pile. If you can fill it, you can fill anything. It was the worst stadium in the American Football League.
It may not be of fear. People would bring grills and barbecue grills in the aisles. And sit down and take some beer down. It was a party, it was a festival.
This is funny.
It's the only place I've ever been to when you walk off after a game, we put our helmets on because you get hit with full beer cans. It was nice though, because you could catch one and have one on the way to the locker room. It was brutal. Sometimes, if you didn't win, they were very ugly.
Never were they uglier than when a certain field goal kicker missed a critical game winner. Why, right, of course. The year was 1966, and the kicker's name was Boot Lustig. After rallying from a 17-0 deficit to tie San Diego, the Bills moved into position to win the game. Lustig missed his mark.
Just like Scott Norwood.
Walking down the street later that Sunday, did not.
Many guys just walking down
Got
the
beat
street
up.
down Delaware Avenue, and they jumped out of the car and beat him up because he missed the field goal. Should have never missed it.
Buffalo fans were unsparing, but they were also hooked. The Bills and owner Ralph Wilson had given Western New York a reason to believe and a collective identity.
Ralph Wilson was an out-of-towner who took a chance on Buffalo, had faith in Buffalo, and put this city on the map nationally. And he won a football team. And I was accepted. Some people call me a carpetbagger, but...
Ralph, you were
after we
great.
won a game.
We love you.
And never after they won a championship.
December 26, 1964. The Buffalo Bills against the San Diego Chargers.
Yeah, baby.
And 20-7. I still have the goalpost, and I have the padding of the goalpost and a badge of a rent-a-cop who decided I was not going to have
that goalpost. And Jack Kemp led the Bills to victory.
Jack Kemp led the Bills.
Yeah,
to
baby,
the
I'll be
Super
wearing
Bowl.
your jersey,
But his
Jack.
greatest contribution to Buffalo made
Look at
him
that.
later.
That's my jersey right
To
there.
represent the town in Congress.
It was like, wow, Ken's still in Buffalo. That's incredible. Stay in Buffalo.
It's a great city. I love it.
We're at the crossroads. And no question about that. But it's not the end of the world. If we die together. You can get it done. You can get it done. What's more, you
gotta get it done.
Unfortunately, after 3 straight appearances in the AFL Championship, the Bills hardly ever got it done. They made the postseason only 4 times in the next 21 years. The team's futility did not wear well on a city struggling with its image.
I was 16 years old, very young, and I moved to New York. And somebody said to me once, "Where are you from?" And I said, "From Buffalo." And they went,
Where the atmosphere is gray and heavy and cold. This is the scene set for the first Monday night football game ever to originate from the city of Buffalo.
it all seemed brutal, painful.
One of the things I found after a few years of living here was that there was a tremendous sense of inferiority, I think, with people.
There's no reason for the people in this community to have an inferiority complex because it is a great place to live, but for some reason they do. That's why I think the Bills are an all-consuming entity here.
Buffalonians wear their hearts on their sleeves, and that sleeve is on a Bills shirt.
Such attachment can be a risky proposition, though.
I was at Ditka's Bar and Grill when he missed this. Oh, was I upset. I started to cry. My Buffalo
I think one of the
Bills.
most remarkable things I've ever witnessed was after that Super Bowl loss to the Giants, Super Bowl 25, this crowd jams Niagara Square for basically what was a loser's rally, but the feeling of winning and the spirit of support was overwhelming. And then when they chanted for Scott to come out, I mean, you would think that they'd be chanting for any possibility of Lynchham. It was a loser's rally, but the feeling of winning and the spirit of support was overwhelming. And then when they chanted for Scott to come out, I mean, you would think that they'd be chanting for any possibility of Lynchham.
For 25 years after the Booth Lustig incident, the Buffalonians had an altogether different reaction to Scott Norwood's misfortune.
And we're struggling with this right now. You know I am, but I know I've never felt more loved than right now.
Yeah, Scott. Yeah, baby. Still
And
miss
so
the.
did the
Yeah.
animal deaths. But always, the Bills' worst failures revealed their greatest strength.
Resilience. We had resilience for the game, a love for the game, belief in one another, and you're prepared to do whatever it took to get back to the big dance.
To the dance. 4 times to the dance, Ken Porter. Yeah, they tripped a little bit while they were dancing, but they were at the dance.
I sent him a picture one time of Mr. Churchill giving the victory sign during World War II and had that famous saying, never give in, never
Never quit.
yield to the apparently
Never quit.
overwhelming might of your enemy.
Got to get it done. I was at that game.
Dear coach, he was talking about you.
Let's go. Let's knock the hell out of it. Let's go.
Like Winston Churchill, head coach Mark Levy used words to inspire his troops.
Why not, my men, Sir Andrew said. A little I'm hurt, but not yet slain.
Frank Wright. That was on my 40th birthday, January 3rd, 1993. The greatest comeback in NFL history. 41-38. They were down 35-3. Oh my God. I was so hungover that day and so happy.
So now it's in God's hands. God is good. God is just. Please, God, make 3 a charm. Our time has come.
God lives in Buffalo.
My colleague Tom Brokaw said, "You can't pray on the public airways. You Irish Catholics from South Buffalo are shameless." I said, "Brokaw, you'll see. Our time has come. We're going to win." And we lost.
Go all the way. I'll always feel like a loser.
I always thought the Buffalo Bills were about the most overrated thing I'd ever seen. I think they deserved it.
It's sad to say, but I think that the way that we're going to be remembered is the losers of 4 straight Super Bowls. But there's another way of looking at it.
You sure
I don't
shit.
think there'll be another team in the history of the National Football League that will be able to achieve 4 straight Super Bowl appearances.
You got that, Bruce.
Where the Super Bowl champions belong. But I think we belong among the greatest teams that have played. We're awesome.
You are awesome.
You're just going, and then you jump up, yeah!
Yeah.
That's watching a football game in Buffalo. But they do it, and girls do it.
Girls
How
do
nice-
it.
How nice is it a city where you can take a girl?
We're out there busting our butts, doing everything we possibly could to bring a championship to that particular area.
The Bills are worshipped in Buffalo, but perhaps no fan is more devoted to the cause than Jan Gallo, Vincent's mother.
In Buffalo, we love Kid Kelly!
In Vincent Gallo's
Tell 'em,
movie
Bob.
Buffalo 66, Angelica Houston portrays Jan Gallo. Matching Mrs. Gallo's devotion to the Bills may have been the greatest challenge of Houston's distinguished career.
30 years I haven't missed a game. I haven't won a championship since 1966. And I missed that game because that's the day I had Billy. Oh. I wish I never had him. I put on a mistake.
My real mother is much more that character than in the film. She's absurd. The house is a shrine to the Bills.
I always tell the kids that they can never get married during a Bills game because their mother would never come.
O.J. Simpson. He may be the greatest Buffalo Bill ever, but rarely is he thought of as a football player anymore.
It was a blow, and it left people feeling pretty empty and I think betrayed.
Not our OJ. Not the man who had brought so much excitement. It was eerie for my son and I to go to the Hall of Fame last year in Canton. The crime. It really does alter your whole perspective and puts things into a focus that is very uncomfortable.
When you look back at all the things that have happened to the Bills, do you think that this is a team that, and this sounds like a cliche, that's cursed?
We're blessed.
You're blessed.
The Irish neighborhood, the Italian neighborhood, the Polish neighborhood, the black neighborhood, the Hispanic neighborhood. Everyone comes together on a Sunday. It's a common bond. I'd say Dallas doesn't need this. They have big oil. Whenever the Bills would play Dallas, I'd say Dallas doesn't need this. They have big oil and big blonde hairdos and big sky.
Because our perseverance is there, we will never, ever stop trying to win this thing.
If there's one play that symbolizes Buffalo's spirit, it's this one by Don Beebe, who lost 4 Super Bowls with the Bills before finally winning one with the Packers.
I was winning it, not just for myself, not just for my family, but winning it for all of Western New York, the Buffalo Bill players, organization, and fans.
All people wanted in Buffalo just once to say, yes, our time has come. So magical, I can't tell you. One day.
shirts on, men, maybe some women too, I don't know, dancing in the streets and celebrating, and the heat of the celebration would probably melt whatever snow or ice was in the city.
They'd go crazy. Go crazy. Buffalo. I'll be there someday. You know,